Hello, I'm Maitresse Renee, and I'm here at DomCon LA, their 10-year anniversary, the Mistress of Ceremonies, and I wanted to say hello.
Hi, Maitresse Renee, and how did you get involved in this whole thing?
Well, with DomCon, I've been coming for the last few years. I'm very active in my community, and I'm also a pro-dominatrix in Dallas, Texas. And it's just been a really great event, and it's something that if you haven't been to, you really need to make it to, with all the classes, the extraordinary people that you get to meet, the connections, the social part of it, and also they have so many different events going on. It's something I knew I wanted to be a great part of. With everything that has been done with it, I wanted to align my name right next with it because it is an amazing event to come to be around. So to answer your question, it was just kind of a natural thing for me to join in and become a part of the board for DomCon.
How long have you been part of the board?
Actually, I was just inducted this past year, so I'm one of the newer members along with Alexandra Snow. So I've been a part of it and kind of helping out a little bit here and there, but this is my first year.
And how do you think DomCon LA has changed since you've been coming as a guest and now as the Mistress of Ceremonies?
I don't think it's changed a whole lot because you don't want to fix something that's not broke. And I would say that there's not really anything that I would change about the event. As far as what's changed a little bit, of course, there's always, a different group of ladies and women and people coming in, but you'll always still find the regular people and all the big names here. So it hasn't changed a whole lot. The classes change out and you'll have a few different vendors. It's always updating on that. This past year, they had done some technology changes, which were just amazing as far as the name badges and scanning and just little things like that to constantly grow is what any event needs. But as far as the general format, it hasn't changed very much.
And in your experience, how long have you been domming as a pro-dom?
I have for a pro-dom, I've been in the lifestyle for 6 years. I've been a pro-dom coming up on my 4th. So what you'll find, I do a lot of my own events. I'm probably one of the younger, well-known doms that are out there. And it's because I do a lot of branding and it's my passion. And when you really have something that you love and really enjoy and just want to go 100% at it, it kind of just falls in line. You're not looking at what's going on behind you, how to copy, how to mimic. It's a real passion of yourself, and you see what you want it to do, and that's kind of what I based my life, my profession, my lifestyle off of, is just that passion.
So if I was coming to DomCon for the first time and I'm just finding my way in the dom world, what advice would you give me?
Don't be afraid to come up to, if there's someone that you've seen here, that you've seen online and very excited to meet. This event really is about socializing and networking. Don't be afraid to come up. Just a moment ago, right before the interview, I stepped outside and I had a lovely young lady that had seen me online, and she'd sent her other half over to say hello because she was too nervous to come over and say hi. And I said, send her over, don't be afraid. We're here to meet and socialize and learn. And no matter how long you've been in the business, no matter how long you've been in the lifestyle, leather, or just BDSM, is that you can always learn something. There's always something new or a new idea or a different way of doing things. Come and say hello. Say hello to myself. I'm more than approachable, as long as I'm not in the middle of a scene, and then you might catch the wrong end of my single tail. But come and say hello. As far as the lifestyle, and my advice on that is just educate yourself as much as you can. Read as many books as you can. Find the right people to mentor under and talk to. Do your research. Really do your research.
What has been the best moment for you? I mean, I know we're only halfway through the weekend, but what has been the best moment for you so far for this DomCon?
The best moment, to be quite honest, is I'm quite honored for DomCon's 10-year anniversary to be honored as one of the Mistresses of Ceremonies. And that was a very, very something that's not taken lightly by myself at all. It was such a great event to be honored this year, and just honored, period, was probably the best thing from the whole event. Going up on stage and being recognized by my peers and fans it was a really memorable moment.
If you could identify one or two people who've been your inspiration over the years, who would you say they are?
You know, what I'm going to point out is well, not point out, I would say, since I talked about DomCon and I'm the Mistress of Ceremonies this year, the first class that I came to at DomCon, my first year, I went to Sienna Sinclair's class, and she is just an amazing woman. She has her business with such class and did a really great job of an introduction and saying hello to everyone that was new. For people that I idolize, someone that I would love to be more like, and kind of what I am seeing myself growing further towards is, of course, the Baroness. And with my events and doing more of that, not so much the latex fashion part of it. I do enjoy my latex and fashion. I'm not in it today, but the Baroness. But, you know, truly and honestly, there is so many people, all the board members, Mistress Absolute, Precious, Phoenix, Cyan, that she's done such a great job and maintained such a great event, it's hard to just pick one, because everyone has their niche and what their true passion and love is. And you see that at an event like this. You really see it come out, and what everyone has their own qualities that are just so amazing. So there's not one specific person that I idolize. It's more like a big group of ladies, and most of them are here at DomCon.
That's pretty unique to get all of these ladies together.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody coming in for the first time, and there are lots of people here who know each other, it can maybe seem a little bit cliquey on occasion, even though a lot of the ladies are very open and very warm. How would you say, if someone wants to approach you for the first time, how would you say that would be the best way to approach you?
Well, when you say cliquey, I could see how maybe some people would say that. But it's usually the ones that are worried about imposing, the ones, the fans or the people or the other people in my industry that, you know, yes, I have been around for a little while, and some of these other ladies, they've been around for a little while, but don't ever be afraid to just come say hello. Hi, it's very nice to meet you. I followed your work. You know, you've done a great job. Don't be afraid to come say hello. As far as cliquey, there's a lot of social events, networking events, and that's a great way to get to meet and really have and share something in common. As pro-dominas, a lot of the time we have a different perspective than the outside world, and so yes, you know, it can be taken many different ways, but we get a chance here and at events like this to really share, you know, hey, this is going on. Oh, wow, you have the same thing going on with yourself, and it's a very relatable, and I think that most of the ladies and the pros and the lifestylers can all relate in that, is that we all have our own kink, our own fetishes, and we're not always looked 100% outside of the outside world doesn't look at us 100% as being normal. Yes, 50 Shades of Grey kind of did that a little bit, but it's not a true look into the lifestyle. But it's a great gateway for that. So just come and say hello, and don't worry about, you know, oh, did I say her name right? Because we'll correct you, but...
Well, what would you say is the biggest misconception then of people who are here either for the first time or people who haven't been here before? What would you say is their biggest misconception about what dominants do, what kink people do in lifestyle and in the professional environment?
The biggest misconception I think that's taken is that we're a bunch of weirdos, a bunch of freaks. We like to tie people up and kidnap them and do all these evil things that they wanted no part of. Everything in BDSM is safe, sane, and consensual, or should be. Any real professional or anyone follows those guidelines. I think that to make sure that that's outlined, that it's something that it's a true need, that a masochist really needs to let go that way. The mind is made for a controlled sense of fear, such as why we enjoy roller coasters. Even though we know we're safe, we like that jump, that rise underneath our skin of what's going to happen next. And when you have a beautiful leather-clad dom standing next to you asking you to do all these wicked and mean things to you, of course you're going to give in. Now, on the outside world, though, that doesn't see the communication that happens before and what's actually going inside, because it goes a lot deeper than, do you like to have your ass spanked? Okay, good, I can do that. It's a lot deeper than that. You learn a little bit more about the person, you can learn a little bit more about their background, and I view kink as, with some people it is a great psychology to really get into their mind and to explore a little bit more, because to fully submit to someone is the biggest gift. How many times in life do you really give yourself over to be used and taken advantage of? When I say taken advantage of, I mean that in a very loose way, to not control yourself.
Anna, what are you up to this evening?
This evening, I am getting ready for the photo for DDI and going to go make it back downstairs for the vendors. There's over 50 plus vendors downstairs, and there's still some classes going on, over 50 classes. So I'm going to go do that, and then also there is a wonderful play party that this isn't live, but I would say you'd find me at the studios, LAX, the Sanctuary. So I'm going to be going there and finding some poor helpless soul to have a little bit of fun with.
Awesome. And what does the future hold for you? What are you up to right now?
For myself, I actually just relocated my dungeon. I moved from Fort Worth, Texas to Dallas proper. So I'm right in the middle of town. Well, not right in the middle, but right on the outside of Dallas, Texas. So I just moved into a old church, turning it into my dungeon. It's just under 7,000 square feet, and I am currently growing it even bigger because the last space was not big enough for my event. As you can see here, True Desires. You can also find it at truedesires.com. It's an event that I do, that I host and socialize with other ladies to bring in and really train. It's kind of what I say would be for a submissive. Maybe it's something that a submissive should know but probably hasn't been taught, because there's always something you can learn. And there's play parties, there's classes. It's just a wonderful event all the way around. High protocols and everything else. So I hope to see y'all there.
Thank you so much, Mistress Renee. This is Mistress Absolute at DomCon LA with Mistress Renee. Thank you, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much.